Hello there.
Hello, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Cantina Social Hour. It is great to see you. It is great to be here. Happy Friday. Happy end of the week. Happy long Labor Day weekend. I'm so excited that it's a long weekend. Hey, guys, what's up? What is up? It is good to be back. It is good to be back. I know it was only a week, but it is, I look forward to this every week, of course. Hey, everybody. So let's see who is joining us. We got a great show for you guys tonight. We got some topics to cover. I had to do a little bit of changing on the back end because I had a couple of guests lined up that, and either one was unable to make it, unfortunately. So we had to kind of change the theme of the show. If you tuned in last week, then you know that we're kind of going to go towards, saying a little different, but We'll do that another time. In the meantime, who is in the cantina this evening, this fine Friday evening? We got Dodgson in the house. Dodgson, how's it going? He says, my blue milk tastes a little soggy. I would like a refund, please, and give me a burrito. We don't serve soggy blue milk. In fact, we don't serve blue milk at all because that stuff's just gross. All right. So wherever you got that from, I hope they give you your money back on that. Steven, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, awesome. You're not working, then this is the place to be. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Hey, Adam, how's it going? Adam, our resident guard, our resident bouncer, our resident person in charge of ensuring the peace here in the canteen. And I know it's going to be peaceful. It almost always is. And Adam, we appreciate your efforts. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I'm Madigan. Would you like to see young Han Solo and Lando buddy film, or both? It catches Chewie and they have to bust out of the joint. They call another 48 parsecs. Interesting. I like the premise. That would be interesting. Welcome to the cantina. We got Toys Are the Way in the house. Hello, Toys Are the Way. How is it going? Ronto wraps will do. I like the breakfast Ronto wraps. I will say that they're not too bad. They kind of remind me of like Subway sandwiches, like the breakfast with the flatbread. But of course the ones in Subway don't have like a sausage in them. So yeah. Pico B1, how's it going, Chad? Good to see you. Happy Friday. Absolutely. We are glad it is Friday. Paul, how's it going, Paul? Good to see you, Paul. How's it going? We got David Matthews in the house. How's it going, David? Good to see you as always. Britt, good to see you. Britt, glad you're able to make it tonight. We got Tim with us. Tim, what is up? Happy Friday to you as well. Blake Kemp, how you doing? Morning. Yeah, evening for me. Good morning to you, though. I love that. For you, it's Cantina Coffee Hour is what this is right here. 172.28. How is it going? Good to see you. Ian, good to see you again. Thank you for hanging out. We got Mary in the house. Hey, Mary. Good to see you. Toy Binging is with us. Hey there. Good to see you. Matt Drace, how's it going? Good to see you too. Jeffrey Horner, how's it going? Mechanized, good to see you. And Rogue Killer, good evening to you, sir. All right. You guys, I know I have that little segment at the very end, new acquisitions, like what are brand new things that I and our guests and you guys in the chat have added to your collections this week. We're still going to do that, okay? We're still going to do that. I got to do something a little bit early, okay? I got to do something a little bit early. There's no way around this. I got to do it now, okay? So, yeah, bear with me. I'm still going to bring it back at the end because I just can't not to do that. But I'm so excited. Like, okay, here we go. La, 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 glory, glory, hallelujah. The Star Speeder is here. I did it. I got it. I got the Star Speeder. I'm so excited. I love it. I love it. I love it. I shouldn't be hugging it, but yeah, it's here. The Star Speeder 3000. That's like barely fitting because it's humongous. Like, look how big it is. It's huge. I love it. I am so excited. I got this thing. Finally, it worked out, and I didn't have to spend an arm and a leg to get it. Look at it in all its glory. It is amazing. It's very heavy. I mean, look how big it is. Like, it's really, really big. And it's really, really cool. It is really, really cool. This is like, I don't want to kiss it because then I'll get lipstick on it. but I love this thing. I'll bring it back at the end, you guys. My God, I got it. Hell yeah. I'm stoked. I am stoked because you guys know how bad I wanted that thing. You know how bad I wanted that thing. I've been like all over. I got to give a shout out though, because I wasn't, I would not have been able to get that without the help of follower Lawrence Villano, who actually used to work for DC Direct, DC Collectibles, doing the Batman animated series line. He happened to get a Star Speeder and decided he wasn't going to have room for it, with the ghosts coming and such. And he said, "Hey, Victoria, if you want it, you'll just need to pay the shipping." And shipping wasn't cheap from New York to California, but it's here. And if you guys remember that whole thing on eBay, the minute it sold out on DisneyStore.com, I went to eBay, I bought one, and I spent like $100. No, it was actually more than that. It was overpriced, like compared to MSRP, but it was not. It was more than what this ended up being. The seller canceled my order because they saw what they were going for that evening. They canceled my order. This came out more expensive than DisneyStore.com because of shipping, but still cheaper than it would have been on eBay that first day. And now it's going for $1,200 on eBay. It's nuts. It's nuts. Anyway, the Star Speeder is here, and I cannot be more excited. I am. It's like a top 10 collectible for me now. Like, honestly, I love it. I'm very happy. And yeah, we'll talk about it more in the new acquisition segment. But yeah, I'm looking over at it. Like, hello, welcome to the Cantina collection. All right. Well, I think we need to bring in our guest. You've seen him before. He's been here on Cantina Social Hour a couple times in the past. The one and the only Toys Are the Way. How's it going?
Hello there. How's it going?
Good. Good to see you. Glad you're in the Cantina.
Glad to be back.
Absolutely. So I think I had you on the show last. It was during the Cantina, right? Like the whole HasLab.
Yeah.
During that time frame. Yeah. Yeah. Well, welcome back. We got a range of topics. So to let everyone know what we're talking about, we got one Star Wars product. It's not going to be a Star Wars heavy show, unfortunately, because there isn't a lot of news this week. We got some McFarlane Batman to talk about. We got Jurassic World Rebirth news, which is pretty cool. Our very first coverage of this new film. I mean, other than like when it was announced that it was going to be coming. And then new acquisitions, of course, at the very end. So plenty to keep us busy here. So we're going to go ahead and get things started here.
This is where the fun begins.
All right. So I see more folks coming into the Cantina. So I just wanted to take a quick look. So yeah, you guys are excited too. Sorry, Toys Are the Way. I can't stop.
No, it's totally fine. Congrats on getting that. I am very happy for you. I still don't have one. I don't know if I ever will, but yeah, that's awesome that you got it. I know you really, really wanted it.
Thank you. Yeah, I hope you're able to. I really do think they will re-release it, but I don't think it's going to be that version of it. I think it'll be the newer, the 1000 version. But yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean,
there's even the potential for the like eBay prices to go down a little bit. Like the same thing happens with like HasLab items.
Yep.
They're like crazy at first and then it dies down a little bit. So
absolutely. Yeah. I definitely think that's likely to be the case. Because right now it's nuts. It's like $1,200 and it's like, I mean, that's insane. Like Disney really lost a lot of money on that by not making more of them.
Totally.
And I still maintain, it should have been a con exclusive. You were there, you got it. But then everybody else that wanted one, open order, maybe you have to wait 6 months, but hey, open order, you get one and then you just wait. Like I would have been totally happy to wait for it.
Maybe don't get the carded droid, something like that,
Yeah, I mean something, right? Something different, but yeah, no, I'm glad it worked out. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to get into this news right here, which is Last Figure Standing, which was the whole, the brand new campaign put together by fine folks in the Star Wars TVC collecting community. is going to be returning very soon. So here it is right here. Last Figure Standing is going to be starting next month on September the 14th. And here from banthaschool.com, you can see that there is a calendar here. The 14th will be the YouTube launch party. That's going to kick the whole thing off. There will be submissions, and then they're going to be counting. And then if you guys are familiar with how this worked last year, there were periodic updates, kind of looking at, well, who's been voted on the most during this period and that period. And then whoever worked their way to the end, to the final spot. Last year was the Tonica Sisters, which, I'm still super happy we're getting those. But this time it'll be there'll be a different winner this time. So this is going to run all the way through November the 2nd, when they reveal the very last figure standing. So yeah, exciting that this is coming back. This was a lot of fun last year.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very exciting to keep up with it each week, every other week, however often it was updating. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm already working on my list. So I can't wait till this kicks off so that I can share what that list is.
Yeah, same here. I got a little list going myself. It'll be exciting. There's going to be some interesting characters, I feel like, this year.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So let's see what else we got here. So just wanted to mention that as our Star Wars releases go, like I said, a very light week for Star Wars announcements. There's nothing from Hasbro, really. There's nothing from Hot Toys. There's nothing from even Lego. Like, it's just a really quiet week. But we do have one little thing. It may not be the most exciting thing, but hey, it's something to talk about Star Wars toy related. Epic Heroes. Epic Heroes is getting another set. And this one is focusing on the Mandalorians. It has Paz Vizsla, Mandalorian Warrior, and Axe Woves in a single set. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really buying these. Are you collecting these at all?
I'm not. Yeah, it's not really for me. I have, a better version that has more articulation, so why do I need that? I will say that the Warrior looks kind of cool. I like that color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, that one is kind of cool. It's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Very different from anything we've seen in TVC. Maybe that's a sign that that'll come to TVC at some point.
I was just going to say that because, we have the Shriek-Hawk coming, which has a female Mandalorian in it. That's more of the blue scheme, but it'd be cool if we get some more female Mandalorians out there.
Totally. This is interesting. Just a comment here from Toy Binging that the Star Seeder is popping up all over OfferUp for under $500 in Anaheim, California, and the native listings disappeared fast. Very interesting. I hadn't heard about that. But yeah, that is very peculiar and very interesting at the same time. I don't know, Toy Binging, what number my Captain Rex is. It's in the other room. I did look at it, and I think it's like 2,000 something. But off the top of my head, I don't know what the exact number is. William, how's it going? Good to see you. All right, so that's all I have for Star Wars collectibles, you guys. Sorry, there's not more there.
I will say that flamethrower effect on Pazville is actually kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. Yeah, as you mentioned, it does look pretty neat. All right, so we are going to switch gears here. We're going to go to the Batcave, which was something I really wanted to focus on this week, but it wasn't. It's not going to be to the extent I was hoping last week. So anyway, this week through Target, there are some brand new McFarlane, aka DC collectibles figures, because pretty much all of these are just reissues of the old DC Direct figures. So we'll go ahead and click on this here to see the actual items. So the first one is this mask. It's a Batman the Animated Series mask. It's only $15, which I was very surprised by. Because it is, I believe it is like a life-size mask. And I don't know if it's just the simplicity of it that, that for the reason being that it's so inexpensive, but it's pretty cool. They got a little video here of it, just kind of spinning around.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Nice little display, piece to have. I don't really know how the white eyes work. honestly.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. How do you
But
see?
we'll take it. It's
Hmm.
fun. I mean, I pre-ordered it because it's neat. It's a mask. Cal replica.
Is it a soft plastic or like?
I don't know. I think it looks like it's probably pretty solid. But I don't. I mean, I guess it would have to be fairly solid, otherwise it might warp.
Yeah,
Mm,
maybe somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
Interesting. Crazy. It's $15.
I know. Like I don't know how that happened, but it did pre-sell out, so it is currently unavailable. There's also some figures. So we have a Batman figure that is was put up for pre-order. It's still available, $24.99. This one's interesting because this one actually looks a lot like one of the figures they did back during the Batman Returns figure line.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had that figure.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so there was one that looked like this that came with he came with like something like a piece that went over his like an armor piece that went over his head. But then there was also one that looked very similar to this that came with the Batmobile that was painted in the same like night camo color scheme.
Yeah, I remember that now vaguely. That's pretty cool. That's a nice flash from the past.
Yeah. So it's a neat tribute to include that. So I like stuff like that. When it pays homage to like those old Kenner toys. So I did pre-order it. Yeah. Other than that, it's not really anything super new. It's the same figure as before. Other than that, they are also bringing back this Christmas with the Joker figure. Which was kind of a really hard one to get back when it originally came out under DC Collectibles. So it's nice that it's coming back. And he's very creepy looking, but he's got his little dead Christmas tree thing.
I like that part.
Yeah. So I mean, it's it's fun.
Yeah, I see it comes with like a Build-A-Figure piece.
It does. Yeah, so if you buy all 4 of these figures, you can make Maxi Zeus, who is the Build-A-Figure in this particular wave from the animated series.
Cool.
That one's still available too. They got Two-Face, Two-Face, and like all of these are just repaints of the old figures from a decade back or so. But yeah, good to see him again. They haven't re-released him thus far. I don't think not the classic Batman the animated series version. So it's nice to see him coming back. I didn't have the original from DC Direct. He was one that I had missed, so I did go ahead and pre-order this version.
Cool.
Yeah,
I really like that version of Two-Face from the animated series.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a really unique take with the blue skin and all.
Yeah, I like the blue.
What else? There's also a Batgirl, and this is the last figure that rounds out this wave. So, yeah, I mean, nice to see. I mean, not she is an old figure. I don't think she's going to stand because a lot of these had problems standing even back then. But I like my Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. I just have them sitting down on the shelf because they don't stand. Like they'll stand for a few minutes and then they'll just topple over.
That's a bummer. That's like the base function of an action figure is just to stand.
I know. And DC Direct used to include display stands with these when that line first started, but then after a while they were like, they stopped doing it, and yeah, figures started toppling over. But
sucks. Clearly, they should have kept doing that.
I know. It's like, what can you do? They had a couple other things too, like there was this McFarlane Spider-Man that had gone up. I don't really buy their I've never gotten any of their Marvel stuff, so it's not really for me. But it's. I mean, Hasbro's already kind of killing it with the Marvel Legends, so
yeah.
To me, it's not really something that I'm personally after. There was okay, I think the link's still here. No, it's still available. The animated series large Batwing vehicle, $149.99. It is available to pre-order. This also came out back during the DC Direct era, and it looked essentially the same. I assume it's going to be pretty much the same thing, like with the Batmobile that came out recently.
Mhm.
Just the Batmobile was like repainted in blue instead of black. This one looks like it's black, just like the original release. But it is a very, very expensive vehicle. Like if you were to go on eBay now, they're like $500. So, 150 isn't too bad. And I don't think that's too far off
Deal.
what it used to cost. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a really neat design. I mean, anything from that classic animated series was just really,
Yeah.
really well done. Just that whole like, Gothic sort of Art Deco look.
Yeah, the simplicity behind the designs were great.
Yeah, very sleek. Yeah, this is fun, and it does have the lights.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I'm surprised it's still on pre-order. Maybe it's the price, but it's kind of surprising to me that it's still up there. And it does fit 2 figures. You can put
I was gonna say, how big is this thing?
Batman and Robin. It's pretty darn big. 6-inch scale. It's pretty big. It's gonna take up a big piece of your real estate in your collection.
It looks like they have an image like more to the right, showing a person maybe holding it with some dimensions.
Yeah, you are right. They sure do.
Oh man, yeah,
37 inches. That's over 3 feet long.
dang.
So, yeah. I mean, I missed it the first time, so I'm like, I don't want to miss it again. Am I going to actually display it?
That's the thing.
Probably not.
Huge.
I have the Batmobile on display. I've had that one on display a long time, but that one, I mean, I guess the good thing about it is it's pretty flat, right? Pretty low profile. So I assume you could put it like on a guitar stand or hang it on the wall or something.
That's what I was gonna say. This would be great to like hang on the wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really kind of pushing it when it comes to like vehicles.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Yeah. But so this was all part of, I guess they started doing this last year. So Fall Geek Out on Target.com. Various collectibles and such. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of McFarlane as a company, but, these are figures that were released under a different company. And I missed some of them. So, I'm a little more okay, I guess, with picking up what I missed before.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, either way, like, I know I said it before, but like the Batmobile, you could still get that. It's still available for shipping too. For the price on it, for how awesome it is, like in person, like it's if anybody has any interest in the 6-inch animated Batman line, like, don't miss that Batmobile for sure. Like the Batplane, I mean, that's really big. If you want that, I'm sure it's going to be great also. But the Batmobile, like, don't sleep on that. Like, it's a really cool piece.
Yeah, Batman needs his Batmobile. That's like kind of a must.
He sure does. All right, cool. So that covers Batman. Yeah, 37 inches. I'm just reading through the comments real quick. Yeah, it is 6-inch scale, Riley Bob. So like the Batman animated line, they're all 6-inch, not 7-inch scale. They are 6-inch scale. So if you're interested in that scale, it is sizable. If they made it through the 1/4-inch one, that would be like amazing. But they're not there yet.
Yeah, I'd be pretty hyped on that.
I'm not sure if I get this reference here. I don't know what Josh is talking about. You have to elaborate on that one. Latoya Teague, how's it going? Good to see you as always. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight in the Cantina. Bob asking, do you collect the McFarlane 7 shares from the Batman film? I do not, because like I said earlier, I'm not a really big fan of McFarlane as a company. I don't, there's things he said that, just aren't very cool. I don't want to go into those things tonight, but, and not just that, but when I look at their figures, like most of them, like they're just not up to par of like Hasbro's stuff, right? They don't have pinless joints. They're all like the old, like giant, like double bending knees with the pins in them. And, they're just very like kind of clunky, and the likenesses aren't really that good. So it's just like, not really a fan of that. Like it's 2024. Hasbro's doing photoreal. They're doing some really amazing things in a 6-inch scale. It's like, why can't McFarlane do a little bit better at least? Like their figures look like they're from like 2018 or something. They're just not up to the times. So no, I don't buy any of the Batman figures. I do have a 6-inch, the Batman, and that's the SH Figure Arts version. That's the only one I have in that scale. And I am excited for the Penguin series too. Let's see. Kite Man. Yeah, that'd be an interesting one for sure. That's cool. You collected 2, Chad. Awesome. Hey, Steve, how's it going? Good to see you, as always. I always mention it, but Steve is an OG going back to 2013. Yeah, that's the thing with big vehicles, Bob, is that, like the Ghost is coming, right? And the Cantina's coming, and then, it's just like these big vehicles are just really, like, even the Star Speeder, it's big. Yeah. I don't even know where to put it, like, right now. Like, I just have it, like, here. It's going to go on a shelf. There's no way I'm not going to display it. But I don't think I'm going to be able to display with the light-up base that it has. It has a really cool light-up base.
Oh, cool.
But I don't think I can display that one. Awesome. Toy Binging says, I had an opening party with a bunch of McFarlane figures, not knowing what to expect, and I buy figures from more.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's just they need to get with the times. I mean, they're not just Todd's comments, but like their engineering and their action figure like product needs to get with the times. It's just outdated. Yeah. And 7-inch.
A lot of toy companies that are not quite doing what Hasbro can do. As frustrating as Hasbro can be, they are doing some fantastic things when it comes to like articulation.
They really are, and I think for all intents and purposes, they've eliminated the need for like going to like the import companies. Like before they started doing photoreal and pinless joints, it's like, I would go to like SH Figure Arts or Mayfax and do some of those Star Wars figures. But like, there's really not a need to do that because the Hasbro ones, not all the time, but more often than not, they're just as good or better than those figures. So, but yeah, I don't like 7-inch scale. Like it's 6-inch, okay. Batman 6-inch figures are great, but when you get to 7-inch, it's like, it's just that one. I don't know what it is about that 1 inch, but it's just so prohibitively challenging. I don't know why, but it's like, why 7 inches? Just keep it all uniform. It's like
that kind of stuff drove me crazy when I was a kid. When I was like, I had, a 375 figure, but then like maybe a 5-inch figure for some reason of something that I really liked, and just the sizing would always bother me. I love a good consistency going on with my collection.
Consistency, absolutely. Hey, Alex, how's it going? Watching from work. Cool. Don't get caught. Lorraine, good to see you. Happy Labor Day weekend to you as well. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and switch gears here. We're going to go into the Jurassic World. Cool. So, Hammond Collection. All right, we got a brand new Hammond Collection pre-order this week. That is the Hammond Collection Allosaurus. And this one is actually based on its appearance in Battle of Big Rock, which was, of course, the little short film they did back in, I think it was 2019. And it was just kind of its own thing, right? It's just its own little self-contained thing, but it is like a canon thing, like within the Jurassic world. That sounded horrible. The Jurassic World. The Jurassic World universe.
Yeah, the Jurassic universe. So this is Allosaurus. This one is $34.99. It is pre-sold out. And it is based on Battle of Big Rock. We first saw this guy in Fallen Kingdom, and I guess it was a juvenile because it was a little bit smaller, had different colors. And then for Battle of Big Rock, they made it bigger, and they gave it like a different coloration, like a blue and tan sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And actually, it's like if you watch that clip,
like Battle of Big Rock, like it's bigger than the T-Rex. Like it's just it's just kind of strange because it wasn't like that in Dominion, I don't think, but it's just like really, really big. But this isn't like as big as the T-Rex, the figure. This is $34.99, so it's kind of like, I guess, like an in-between, maybe like an in-between, like the I don't know, I guess it would be like maybe the Carnotaurus. Is that what
Yeah, I
you
was
think
gonna
is the
say.
best comparison? Something
Yeah,
like that.
I thought he'd be around that size.
Yeah, that would be, and I think that would be fairly accurate too, because Allosaurus was pretty big, but not anywhere near like T-Rex size.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're all over the place in the show talking about Allosaurus size. Yeah, so it looks good. It looks nice. It's got the articulation that we associate now with the Hammond Collection. It's a little more of a premium sort of thing. They're targeting the collectors with these figures, whereas the main line is very, I don't want to say generic, but it is a little more juvenile in terms of its overall like aesthetic and in terms of so Hammond Collection is supposed to be more film accurate. I can't say the same for their human action figures.
Yeah, those are a little bit lacking.
Those are a lot lacking. But the dinosaurs, more often than not, they do a really good job with, especially these larger ones. They do a really good job with.
Yeah, I think so too. It looks great. I didn't get to get them pre-ordered. I was kind of like busy juggling work stuff, and then later when I checked in, it was completely sold out. But I'm sure I'll be able to get one.
Yeah, these are never a problem. Like I've never had an issue getting Hammond Collection or really even any Jurassic World stuff from Target. Like once it goes, and the other thing about it too is that a lot of the time these things go on sale. The Jurassic stuff, like the Star Wars things go on sale through Target sometimes. So if you have a pre-order, they don't automatically update it to the sale price.
Yeah.
You got to do like some gymnastics to get them to match that. But so I didn't pre-order it either. I was just like, I'm gonna wait. I also don't like how Target dings your credit card like every week.
Yeah, that is really annoying.
They're the only ones that do that. So I don't know why they do that, but they're gonna be doing that with my Batman the Animated Series pre-orders. So that's gonna be a fun one to try and explain to the key holder of the budget. But yeah, so this is cool. I like this one. I think it looks good. I'm excited to get it when it eventually comes out. It says January 2025, which is kind of hard. I guess that's not too far away, but it's also like 2025. Like it's when you start talking about like another year, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, that's supposed to be far away. Oh wait, it's in a couple months.
Yeah, I don't want to get to January 2025 quite yet. But yeah, it let's just say milestone birthday, but anyway.
Nice.
But yeah, no, this is really neat. Like I'm actually pretty like the Hammond Collection, like some of them, like the little ones like Dimetrodon and Pyroraptor, like I'm like okay, but I'm not usually like ecstatic for those because the little ones need a little bit of work also.
Yeah.
But these bigger ones, they tend to do a really good job with. Like
they do.
Giganotosaurus was awesome. Therizinosaurus. I'm looking up at the shelf at them.
Yeah, I really like
this. Like those were really good. So I mean, this is probably going to be just as good, I would say.
I think they also did a really nice job on the head. This one, he looks really menacing.
Yeah, it does. It's going to pull up a image of the head again. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, like that looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks really nice, and I like the blending, like in the color. It's not just like a line, like the blue ends and then the tan begins. Right? It's like there's a gradient there.
Yeah, this is like probably one of the better paint jobs that they've done. One of these larger ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely improving, which is nice.
Yeah, they are. I hope they expand those improvements to other areas too.
I mean, if they could just get the faces better on their human figures, that would be pretty cool. They're trying to step it up a little bit with like the articulation, which more of them now have like the at least swivel at the thigh and stuff, but those faces can be pretty rough. That Bryce figure was
oh my god. Yeah.
He was hurt.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad. I had that little clip about that one. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But But even like, I wish they would get rid of the kinkle wrists. I call them the kinkle wrists because the wrists are like, like
Yeah.
really swollen, like they have like gout or something. Like, I don't know. It's they really need to look at the proportions too on those, because they're just like,
Mm-hmm.
thanks.
I feel like Owen was pretty good, but
Owen was probably the best human, I would say, overall.
yeah, but yeah, they definitely need to work on the wrists. They are way too thick.
Yeah.
I don't know what their problem is with that.
I have no idea. But let's kinkle wrists.
You're gonna get a lot of hits.
Let's get that trending, kinkle wrists. All right, so this isn't the only Jurassic World news this week. There's actually more. So this next one is, like I was saying earlier, we haven't really talked about this movie because there hasn't been much to talk about. But now there is a little bit to talk about. So we are going to go ahead and mention the brand new Jurassic World film, which now has a title, Jurassic World Rebirth. This is the 4th entry in the Jurassic World series and the 7th film overall in the Jurassic, I was going to say world again, Jurassic universe. And yeah, I mean, there's a synopsis. We'll read it in just a minute. There's some pictures. We'll look at those in just a minute. But Toys Are the Way, how do you feel about this logo?
It's okay. Digging, the gradient. We got that sunrise going on there. For the most part, it's doing what it needs to do. Got the classic Rex. Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, me too. I quite dig it. They're really playing up that rebirth because that sunrise is like, oh, the dawning of a new era, right?
Yeah.
And I like the colors, right? It's like I get very invested in colors because I have synesthesia, but this is like a granite, like charcoaly, like sort of like bluish slate color, and then
yeah,
it has, kind of melts into more of that like yellow, orange, gold sort of thing. So
yeah,
I like it.
Actually reminds me a lot of the last figure we were just looking at. Very similar.
That's actually a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, I like the logo. We also have a look at some images that have come out, and so there's only a couple. I mean, it's interesting because we don't have any context on where these images are supposed to be taking place, but there is a synopsis, and I'll just read it really quickly. It says, oops, I thought I had it. Yes, 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion, the planet's ecology has proven largely inhospitable to dinosaurs. Those remaining exist in isolated equatorial environments with climates resembling the one in which they once thrived. The 3 most colossal creatures within that tropical biosphere hold the key to a drug that will bring miraculous life-saving benefits to humankind. All right, so basically, it's not undoing the previous movies, but the last film kind of ended with all the dinosaurs all over the earth, living in harmony with the other species of today. But now they're like, now I guess now they're just dead, I guess. Like, damn, that's pretty hardcore. So the ones that are left, they're thriving in like the tropical climates, like in the original movies, right?
Yeah.
The tropical, like Hawaiian island type places. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know where the setting's going to be for this. Are they going back to the islands? Are they in Central America? Like, who knows? I don't really, no idea.
Somewhere warm.
Somewhere warm. Somewhere that resembles 65 million years ago, I guess.
Yeah. Somewhere with tall grass. Stay out of the tall grass.
I mean, they didn't have lawnmowers back in that day.
No. They just had giant lawnmowers that would eat grass.
Yes. Yeah. Natural lawnmowers that eat the grass, or raptors that hide in the grass. But definitely they had long grass, I guess. So yeah, it's neat. I was really surprised when they announced this film initially and they said it was coming out in 2025, like in July 2025. And I was like, really? Because they just announced it earlier this year. And it's like, wow, that's like a really like expedited timetable for a movie that presumably is going to be pretty CGI intense.
Mm-hmm. They got those dinosaurs down like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess they're mostly dead, right? So they didn't have to make that many. Like,
I guess that's true.
Yeah, I guess they don't have to do too much CGI this time.
Yeah, apparently 3, maybe a couple more.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, there's that image. There's another one here that was released too. Right here. And again, we have no context. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if there's dinosaurs involved. I mean, I think it's safe to assume that there are dinosaurs involved.
You have to assume it's a Rex. Like
yeah, right.
Rex.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, the premise of this movie, I don't know what your thoughts are yet, but that's why I started kind of like giggling a little as I was reading through it. It's like, oh, like they're okay. So they didn't survive, I guess. Because we're in Dominion. Where was that whole like sanctuary? Wasn't it like in Europe somewhere? I thought it was like I mean, I don't know exactly. That was like in the Swiss Alps or something.
Yeah, I don't remember. I've only seen that one like twice. I haven't rewatched it.
It's very rewatchable. That's why.
I know. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed to me like it was like somewhere like colder.
Yeah, it definitely was not the long grass tropical climate that we were just looking at.
No, so it makes you wonder, like, are those dinosaurs dead too? Because I mean, Rexy was there. Is Rexy dead?
Yeah. You would have to imagine some of them are still alive. Like every single dinosaur went down. Like that makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't think they're all extinct. I think
also like Blue's gonna be doing her own thing, running around.
Yeah, I think Blue will be fine.
Yeah,
Blue gets around. We've seen
like did they all get the memo? And they're like, hey, y'all, we need to go back down south. This is not cutting it.
I know, right?
Sick of eating sandwiches out of the trash. Like let's just go back.
Yeah. It does say those remaining exist in equatorial environments. So it makes it seem like the other ones are extinct, but I mean, I just can't imagine they're all gone. Yeah. The one, which one's probably gone was that Apatosaurus that was in Dominion in the like snow. No. Yeah, that one's gone. That one froze to death, poor thing.
Maybe made it up. Never know.
Rest its thunder lizardy soul. Yeah, I mean, tropical climates, I mean, that definitely sounds like what we've seen before in terms of the original movies. So
I mean, maybe they go somewhere else, like the Congo or something like that. Something along the equator line, It doesn't have to be on one side of the globe. Maybe they
Yeah, it could be somewhere else in Central America. It could be like in South America. It could be
Asia as well.
It could be somewhere in Asia, yeah, like Vietnam, something like that, right? Because I think that's kind of like along that equatorial line. Yeah, who knows?
It'd be cool if they went somewhere else. That'd be a nice change of scenery. We like been in the South America, Central America area. Like, it'd be cool to go somewhere else on the globe.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this film very much. I mean, I say that, but then I think about like Dominion. Like I didn't love Dominion.
It was the weakest one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I really loved Jurassic World. Like I really, really did. Like it's my second favorite Jurassic movie next to the original one. But then Dominion, was okay, or Fallen Kingdom was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But then Dominion just for me, the main thing was they bring back those classic characters and, they just didn't really utilize them very well.
No, it's a little all over the place.
Yeah, it didn't really, I think it tried to do a little bit too much, and in doing that, it kind of lacked in execution, perhaps.
Yeah, I think they try to pack a lot in.
Right. Which, I guess props to them trying something different, but it was pretty different. And not necessarily satisfying in a way that I was hoping it was going to be.
Yeah. Well, they got another shot apparently.
Yeah, they got another shot. And who knows if this is going to be like a jumping off point for a new trilogy or just like a new like anthology kind of series where, you know, they can just do like different films focusing on on the equator. I guess you go to a different country each time. I don't know. The DNA thing is pretty interesting though too, because it says like life-saving benefits to humans. It's like, I don't know about that yet. I mean, I just kind of feel like that's there was already that right in Fallen Kingdom with the T-Rex, like having to get extract its DNA, and you know, even like going in the submarine down to find the Indominus skeleton, and it's like, why did they not have these samples like already? Like, you know, it's just like, why do they have to go and find these dinosaurs? Like, don't you already have the DNA? They've had this technology for all these years. Didn't they have backups outside of, you know, that island? Like, I don't know. It's, to me, that's you know, not necessarily a very strong like plot point.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, we're going off of a very brief synopsis. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's going to be a little bit more involved and detailed and make more sense when it comes out. At least that's what I'm hoping is the case.
One would hope. I'd be interested to see a trailer. Just give us a little bit more of an idea of what's going to be happening.
Yeah, I want to see a trailer too. But who knows? Who knows when we'll get that? Let's see here. I'm going to run through the chat and see what's going on. I like the earth colors. Yeah, of the logo.
Definitely.
Who wants to bet that the first 5 minutes of the film will be a voiceover John Hammond saying, very good, push, because it's Rebirth. Thanks for that visual, Dodgson. Now it's in my head. Pico B1, I heard they were filming the movie in the UK. I think they were filming in Thailand as well, I believe, is what I'd heard. Adam says, Big Pharma becomes the new enemy. I guess so. Send those guys to go get the DNA. Like, why do you have to put normal people in harm's way? Brett says, not gonna lie, kind of bummed most of the dinos are gone again with Dominion and Chaos Theory. I was digging all the dinos all over the globe. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird because it's like they made this whole trilogy to say, oh, the dinosaurs are all over the place, and then now this movie's like, just kidding, they're dead. So it's just kind of weird.
Joke's on you.
Yeah. Do they play us for fools or what? Yeah, I don't know. It's they couldn't hack it, I guess. Surprised Jurassic Park hasn't gone the full alien horror route. I mean, I don't know that I'd want it to change like to a totally different genre beyond like, you know, what it currently is, which is kind of like what, like adventure, action adventure kind of thing, sci-fi a little bit. Stay out of the tall grass. Yes, never go in the tall grass, you guys. I mean, if there's one lesson to be learned from the Lost World, it's stay out of the tall grass.
I love that scene.
Yeah, it's so good. Holds up really well.
It does.
Jochen says, after Dominion, I'm pretty skeptical. Obviously, this movie has a good director, and Dave kept returning, but I don't really want to give my hopes up in case it goes the Dominion route. Again, I don't know. I mean, that's yeah. I hope it's good. I mean, I wouldn't expect like the greatest thing ever, but you know, it's not going to be like Schindler's List or anything, but it's probably going to be pretty good. It's not going to be Casablanca, but it'll be probably okay.
It's not going to be the original, but
I know. It's not going to be the original, but it's going to be a Jurassic film. Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. I'm surprised they don't do dinos and say Jurassic Galaxy.
Amazing.
Oh man.
Send them to the moon.
Send them to the moon. I mean, maybe, you know, maybe they would thrive in a low gravity environment.
Yeah, never know. They can adapt. Life finds a way.
Life finds a way. Nobody learns with the flares in the Jurassic universe. Yeah, true.
It's a good thing that happened. They always have them. There's an abundance of flares.
And they're probably all in traditional zoos. I'm sure the zoos have some dinosaurs, right? I mean,
They probably went there to eat.
yeah, they did, right? That was even in was it Fallen Kingdom, right? Where the Rex is at the zoo, like roaring at the lion. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, when you go to the zoo and sometimes they have like Arctic climates for the penguins and polar bears, so maybe they have something like that. But it's the opposite. It's like really hot for the dinosaurs to survive in.
Sometimes they have those like man-made water sources, like a pond. Like there you go, you're just chilling. You got your pond.
Yeah. Expect zoos to keep them alive for a good week. Ouch. To a reverse planet of the dinosaurs or the apes. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what it seems like, right? Like initially it kind of felt like that's what they were going for, like more of like, oh, the dinosaurs are taking over, not through some like intelligence aspect, right? Where they're hunting the humans, right? Like in a purposeful way, but more like they're just taking over and they're taking over our resources and but yeah, they're not doing that because they died again.
It would have been neat to see like a Walking Dead kind of dinosaur thing going on, where like just total chaos and dinosaurs everywhere. There's groups of like people trying to just still survive.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. At least like if it was happening like in some parts of the world, right? You could see like, oh, these areas the dinosaurs have taken over, and everybody had to like migrate out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I always thought like before Dominion came out, like how interesting and poetic would it have been if the dinosaurs and the humans all like perished because a meteor came and struck the earth again.
Oh man, that would have been cool. And then it could have like just started off fresh.
Then it could have been Rebirth. Yeah,
Rebirth.
There were a few dinosaurs left and a few humans left, and they started over.
Rebirth. That would have been really cool, because then it's just like just like wasteland.
Yeah,
like a real adventure.
I mean, that would have really taken the story like that would have taken guts to do.
Yeah.
But the plot twist is it's the same meteor that struck the dinosaur 65 million years ago, since somehow it returned.
Oh man. Somehow the meteor returned.
Yep, that's the big plot twist. Britt says, I love Dominion personally, so I'm kind of nervous about the studio overcorrecting. I mean, I can see that. I mean, we've seen like that happen with other movies and other series, like where they try to course correct. I don't know.
I think it would be cool if they just let some dinosaurs still doing their thing, like roaming around, but also most of them decided to go back to like somewhere that was more of their liking, warmer climate and stuff like that. They just gravitate to those areas.
Yeah,
but there's still like other ones like lurking around.
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense to me. Like they can't just all like be dead, right? Like they just, I don't know. Dodgen says, hate to get nerdy here, but I watched the video why Jurassic Park wouldn't work because all the dinosaurs come from different climates, and Isla Nublar being a very tropical climate, most dinos won't make it. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. At the same time, though, I mean, are humans like, are they naturally in like Alaska, or are they naturally in the Saharan desert? Like, I mean,
they adapt.
Life finds a way, right?
Life finds a way.
So, I mean, the dinosaurs could adapt too. I think. I don't know any dinosaurs to ask, but I would think so.
I just always remember having the like pterodactyl Jurassic Park figure, the original one, and being like, was this in the movie? Also, how would this stay on the island? Couldn't it just fly away?
I know. Prequel, Hammond, a Jurassic Park story. Yeah, I would have preferred a prequel, honestly. Like, there, I mean, it's. I don't think that would have been. I don't think there's any with Jurassic Park. I don't think there's any like ideal follow-up film because it's a perfect film. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's like it didn't need any sequels at all, right? It was what it was. It is what it is, and it's great. But that's not what happened, right? They made sequels pretty quickly to it. But I think this is something I wouldn't have minded seeing, like a prequel with like Hammond and Benjamin Lockwood, and just kind of seeing how they started all this. Like maybe it takes place like in the 60s or whatever, and then just kind of shows how they created their first dinosaur. And there's like drama
or at least a good flashback, like a extended period of time flashback, just showing some of that like character development and just like bringing that whole thing to life.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that would be cool.
Hey, 16 Scale Man, how's it going? The Great and Majestic. I don't know about that, but thank you for that. I appreciate that. And yes, thank you very much. We appreciate that as well. Jamie, how's it going? Howdy. Yes, thank you, Dodson, for that visual. It's still in my head, by the way. And it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. I can tell you that. Yeah, I don't know about this one, Adam. That would be interesting. But then we'd have to kill the dinosaurs, and I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to kill the dinosaurs.
No.
Dinosaurs deserve to survive. Dino Riders. A Dino Riders film would be actually pretty cool.
It would.
It doesn't just need to be Jurassic being the only dinosaur like franchise. Like, make a Dino Riders live action film.
Yeah.
The sequel has Victoria in an apocalyptic mood because I'm talking about the comet coming back to hit the Earth a second time.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, how much more poetic would it have than that can you get? It comes back at the end of Dominion, in the middle of the crickets and all this thing, and it just comes in, and at the very end of the film, after Ellie and Ellen kiss, and say, "Oh, well, that was a waste of time." And then
it's perfect.
I mean, it is, because then Rebirth is it really is like literally a rebirth. It's like, okay, we're starting over, post-apocalyptic, Jurassic universe. The dinosaurs are gone. Mostly the humans are mostly gone. Now, like, it's like starting over. There's no more cell phones. There's no more internet. There's no more TV. It's just dinosaurs and humans.
That actually would be pretty cool. Yeah. Everything goes down.
Militarizing the dinosaurs would be a crazy concept. Yeah, I mean, they kind of played around with that, right, in Jurassic World, and I think they went far enough with that. I don't think I would need to see a whole film about that. Reboot the dinosaur and cowboy genre. Cowboys remember Cowboys and Aliens? Remember that movie?
Oh yeah. Dang, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I mean, that's no surprise. It was pretty forgettable.
I just have not heard that title in a long time.
That's a name I've not heard in a long time.
A long time.
But dinosaurs and cowboys, that's interesting. How would that even work, though? Like, they're just out, like, moving westward, and then, like, they find, like, dinosaurs living out in the desert? Like, I don't know.
Or the cowboys are riding the dinosaurs, roping them up.
Yeah. Going on a instead of a cattle drive, it's like a dino drive.
It just makes me want to watch Toy Story. It's like Woody riding a dinosaur.
I know, right? Getting the Dino DNA Adventures Indiana Jones style. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Maybe that's what they're going to go for. If it ended the cricket plotline, I'd have welcomed the comments. No, it's because that gets resolved, right? The film ends the way that it ends, but then the comet comes and then destroys everything. In my head, it works. I don't know. Oh, so this was a real thing, cowboys and dinosaurs? Huh. I'm going to have to investigate this. And it was horror, too?
It sounds familiar. Yeah, I feel like I've seen that.
I feel like there's only so far you can take cowboys and dinosaurs, though. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's just... Maybe there's a story there, but I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing it. The Valley of Guanji. Ooh, that's a good callback. Yes. The Cowboys did not make it. I mean, I would think not, right? Once they run out of bullets, what are they going to do? Rope a T-Rex to death? No.
You're gonna need a lot of rope.
We're gonna need a bigger rope.
Yeah.
The Beast of Hollow Mountain. All right, cool. I don't have anything else to say about Rebirth. Do you?
I do not. We're gonna need to see more.
We're gonna need to see more. We're gonna need to see a trailer. We're gonna need to see the movie. We're gonna need to see the toys.
Oh, that too.
The toys, which are surely going to be rushed because this movie is being like, unless it's going to get delayed, like they're really pushing, like making it happen fast. So these toys, I have a feeling, the toys are, a lot of them are probably going to be things that were already scheduled, and they're just going to put Jurassic World Rebirth on the box.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them, but I can see that happening, where it'll just be, because that's kind of how they treated it for Dominion, right? A lot of them weren't even dinosaurs that were in the movie. They were just like these random dinosaurs that they made. So,
but that's kind of how they do too. They're like, here it is.
Yeah, here's your I'm like looking around the room. here's your Scutosaurus that has never been in a Jurassic movie.
Yeah.
Go enjoy. It has Dominion on the box, so it must be from Dominion.
Buy it.
Oh, Britt, you're scaring me here. Can't wait to see ScarJo likeness of the figures.
Oh no!
Don't traumatize me before the thing even comes out, please. Oh man,
Makes a good point.
It is a good point. Will you be doing Jurassic June next year? Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do a stream for it this year, but the thing is, we had the HasLab Cantina going on during that time, so it just didn't really work out. But yeah, yeah, for sure next year, especially with the movie coming out in early July, I think it is. We'll definitely even before then, who knows, maybe we can do a Jurassic themed episode.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That'd be cool.
Yep. All right. Well, let me go ahead and look at my schedule here. I did not realize my phone has been on for the last long 45 minutes or so. Just been on. But it is. So, yeah, I don't think I have any other topics other than the classic new acquisitions. So we will go ahead and I guess we'll go ahead and talk about brand new things we've been adding to our collection.
Good. New acquisitions.
All right, so you guys in the chat, let me know what you've been adding to your collection. I'm curious. I want to know what you're adding to your collections lately. And we will call them out at the very end. And also, if you have any other questions you would like to ask for Toys Are the Way or to me, go ahead and leave them here in the comments and we will answer them. All right, so Toys Are the Way. I'm going to let you go first. Is there any show and tell that you would like to share?
Got a little bit of stuff
with the audience.
It's kind of old news, but did get this.
Nice.
Very, very cool. I kind of forgot about it because we pre-ordered it so long ago, but I've kind of been enjoying it. Got 88. It's fun. Did open these up, but I also have another set carded.
Fun.
I will say that 88 is actually pretty enjoyable. Even without, the articulation on his arms. He looks really cool. I don't know. they did a nice job on him. So pretty happy to get that. And then what else have I got? So give a little shout out to Peak Obi-Wan.
Mm.
He sent me these Rodian heads and hands, and I made this little custom guy. Get him to focus. Picked up a bunch of figures at Ross recently, and I was like, you know what? Time to make some customs. So very, very happy that he sent me some cool stuff to make some Rodians.
Very
Got
nice.
that guy.
Little Red Rodian.
Yeah. And then I also finished this guy today, actually.
Ah, that's a cool one too.
Yeah. Gotta get some more, figures to put in my cantina and stuff like that.
Yes.
So yeah, pretty much just been working on a bunch of customs because it's been slow. The only other thing is Hasbro charged me for the X-Wing pilot set, so should be coming soon. I think people are starting to get it.
Yeah, they charged me also, so I think it's on the way. I think it's supposed to get here tomorrow, actually.
Oh, nice. Mine still hasn't said anything.
Cool. Well, I guess I will go next.
Yeah.
Unless you had anything else you wanted to share.
That's pretty much just been it. It's been very quiet. I feel like I got most of my stuff.
It's been pretty quiet, yeah. But when it rains, it pours, as we know.
I know.
So I got this right here from Amazon. It's a 3-pack of the Batman 4-inch figures.
Nice.
So the Batman Returns one here, it did come with the bat plane that I showed last time. But this is a 3-pack that has also the Batman. Let's see, what does it have? It's got Batman Returns, it's got the Dark Knight, and Batman versus Superman. So not bad. It was only like 20, I think it was 20 or $25. So pretty cheap.
It's not bad.
I know. And I bought 2 sets. I wanted a set to have open and then a set to, I don't know why, but I don't know why. I really don't. But so they are like kind of like TVCs in terms of the card size, like pretty comparable, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of nice. And they're not like anything super fancy. But they do kind of follow that TVC format, sort of. The only interesting thing is, like, if you look at the picture of Batman, it's a picture of the figure. You see that?
Yeah, I see that.
But when you go to the other ones, like the Batman Begins, it's actually a rendering from the movie promotion.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's the back of that. Same picture. And then when you go to the Batman versus Superman, it's the same thing. It looks like a rendering from like movie promo, right? Like
yeah.
So it's like, did they not have Michael Keaton's like likeness rights? So they didn't put him on there? Like, I don't know.
It's possible. I mean, he is a pretty popular Batman.
Yeah, and it does have the Batman 85 logo on there.
Neat.
Yeah, so I got two of those. I don't really know why I got 2, but I guess because I got a bat plane. I got 2 of those also. So it's just like, they don't make that many things like for the Michael Keaton Batman. So it's like, why not indulge a little bit more? So I'm going to put these to the side. Okay, this is a really big one. And this was actually another thing from D23 that I was unable to get. My dog's under the desk, by the way. I was like, what was that? It was her. But I got the Kylo Ren mask helmet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. This is part of the Galactic Archive series. It lights up. I did open it to kind of take a look at it and put it on. It's kind of uncomfortable to wear. It hurts my nose. So I put it back in the box. It'll just be a display piece. Yeah. But it's pretty cool. And this was actually, so it was available on DisneyStore.com and I ordered it, but a couple of days later, as if the Star Speeder being sold out wasn't, a punch to the gut, they also said, oh, that thing you ordered was actually not in stock when you ordered it, so we're going to have to cancel it from your order. But it ended up at the parks. I think it's at Disney Hollywood Studios in Florida, and in California, it's at Disneyland. So my good friend Chris, whom I've known for a very long time, who works for Disney, actually was able to pick it up for me at Disneyland. So Thank you again, Chris. Really, really appreciate you. And yeah, so this came in earlier in the week. And then I got to bring it out one more time. There's only one other thing. I got to bring it out one more time. I would be absolutely remiss if I didn't pull it back out, even just for a second.
I want to see it again.
Yeah. Here we go.
So
This is
cool.
it. The Star Speeder 3000. It's tremendously large.
Is it pretty heavy?
A little bit. It's a little heavy. Yeah. It's got a really nice light up display base. It uses batteries, or it has a little plug,
Oh,
like
cool.
like that goes to USB. So I don't have batteries in. I've been using the plug, but I did like open it up and take the hatch off, and it is, the playability on this thing is freaking cool.
I've seen
It
some
is
cool
so
videos.
fun. I feel so awkward like being on camera holding it like this, but it's kind of hard to do it any other way.
Yeah.
But yeah, the playability of this thing is just so good. It is a lot of fun. It is really a lot of fun. The doors open, it lights up, it's got an LCD screen, it plays clips from Star Tours, the original Star Tours. I'm trying to balance it on my shoulder here. Yeah, it's just an absolute blast. It really is.
I like
It's got
that
a
strip on the side.
Yeah, I know.
To it.
It's got retractable landing gear on the bottom.
Nice.
Yeah, it's heavy. R2D2 is in here. He does come out, so you can take him out, put him back in.
Is that like just pretty much the Build-A-Droid mold?
Yeah, it is
R2?
the Build-A-Droid from the Disney Build-A-Droid mold.
Yeah.
It's getting heavy. I'm gonna have to put it down. Yeah, I'm just over the moon. I was able to get that because I was heartbroken when things transpired as they did.
Yeah.
In recent weeks.
Terrible morning.
Yeah. But that thing is just, it's I would say it's probably like a top 10 like piece in my collection now. Like,
nice.
I had the previous Star Speeder, the 1000 that Hasbro did back in 2011, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still fun. It's also a really cool vehicle. But it's smaller than this. This one's a lot bigger. Yeah, and I have a feeling they're going to repaint this one to be the newer Star Speeder from the newer Star Tours.
Yeah, they'd be foolish not to just release more of those.
Do something with it. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's good. It's a lot. It's a blast. Now I know some people were saying that it's like a HasLab quality, and my personal opinion is it's not quite HasLab quality. It's close. I would say that it's a cut above like your standard Hasbro Star Wars product, like for example, like Poe Dameron's X-Wing, something like that. It's a little bit better than that, but it's not quite a HasLab. It's not quite to that quality. The electronics, 100%, because Star Wars HasLabs don't have that kind of thing. The LCD screen, like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But in terms of like the overall, like the deco and all that, like, no, it's not a HasLab, but it's still a great piece. It's not, I don't think it's an essential for most Star Wars collectors and Star Wars fans, but I'm a huge Disneyland fan. I'm a huge Disney like parks like nerd. I mean, I have the Discoverland podcast that I haven't done anything with in a couple of years, but it is a Disneyland history show. And like, I just, when you put Star Wars and Disneyland together, it's like game on for me. So I had to have it. And, I'm glad that it worked out. Thanks again to Lawrence for securing it for me and sending it to me. And I'm really appreciative and grateful. And I can't wait to get it set up on the shelf. And
yeah, you got to find a spot for it now.
Yeah, it's great. If you guys haven't seen it, go to YouTube and just look up any review of it, so you can see the inside. It's just so good. It's so good. Yeah, that's definitely been like my pickup of probably of the year, I would say, if I'm honest. Like,
dang. I mean, yeah, it's been a quiet year in terms of like really, really exciting big things, I feel like. At least for Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a crazy end of the year. We got the Ghost coming.
I don't even know
have to find somewhere to put that now.
It's probably gonna be displayed like with part of the wing off, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. It'll actually be able to fit on a shelf, which is nice. It's cool when you're able to do that. You can't do that with the Falcon.
Nope. All right, let's see here what other folks have been adding to their collections. I want to know. Mary says she didn't get anything. And that's okay. When it's one of those weeks where nothing comes in, it's kind of bittersweet. It's like, oh wow, nothing came in this week. Yeah, now I don't have to worry about putting something somewhere I don't have room to put it. But then it's also like, oh, nothing came in this week. So, Britt says my Black Series 000 arrived, completing my Dr. Africa collection. Very nice, Britt. David says he got Jabba the Hutt. Mechanized got Jabba also. I haven't opened mine. I also have 2 of those. I haven't opened those yet. Bob says, I got the entire wave of the Electric Man band from the Muppets 3 3/4 inch Diamond Select. Love this line. Nice change from mostly collected TVC. That's cool. That is neat. Nicholas says, I just got the 85th anniversary Marvel Legends Wolverine for my small Wolverine Focus collection. The only thing I collect other than 3 3/4 inch Star Wars. Nice.
Very cool.
Adam says, my favorite for this week was a Talking C-3PO and R2-D2 from Disney Store. Not quite 6 scale, but great Kenner Deco and so many phrases from online films. That is a neat set. I haven't picked that up. I don't know that I will, but it's a really neat set. And I also love like the retro-ness of it. Andy, hello there. Good to see you. Adam says, also got a 6 scale Medusa from original Clash of the Titans, shipped from Japan. Awesome.
Oh.
Pico B1 says, I was at Fan Expo 2 weeks ago and got a slew of classic character collection fillers, some pops, Jabba, of course, got a Micro Squad, Chase Harris, X-Wing Fighter from Rebels, and the Zombie Droid. Nice. David says, also got the X-Wing 4-pack, so people are receiving that.
Cool.
Pico B1, thank you for the show. Toys are the way. Glad you're still utilizing the custom box. That dude's amazing. Nice. Yeah, those look great. Those look really, really great. Blake says, discovered a retro shop at the market, not far. Picked up some Kenner Jurassic Park and Alien figures. Going to be dangerous for my wallet. Adam says, quiet year. This was the year of the new Axe Woes figure. How could we forget?
How could we forget? I mean, that helmet was nice.
How could we forget? Mechanized says, got the Jedi Revan HK-47 2-pack on sale. Wasn't keen to pay full price before. Cool.
Nice. It's a good pack.
Dodgen says, sadly, no paid dirt last week at Swamp Meets. Wish me good luck tomorrow. Headed back out to search for gold. Good luck. Toy Binging says, I'm going back into Disney Park right now. I'm going to figure hunt with a friend if I keep signal or report to chat. If there's anything good, thank you.
Sweet.
Thank you. Awesome. Cool. Well, I think those are all the acquisitions. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else here. Unless anyone has any last minute burning questions that you wanna ask, we'll definitely get to those. Oh, here's one. 17.28. Got the TUC X-Wing Pilot 4-pack.
Very
Sweet.
cool.
Mechanized, where did you find that set on sale? Yeah, I'm curious too.
Maybe Pulse put it on sale?
Oh, there she is. Hey, you're awake.
She must know where to get it on sale.
Do you know where to get on sale? Hey, come here. You want to say hi? Come here. I know you want to say hi. Come here. Just don't knock over my Star Speeder 3000. Say hi.
About as big as a Star Speeder.
Hey, hello. Definitely as long as it. Hello. How's it going? It's because there's a dog barking outside, so yeah. So she's like, huh? It's Coco. I can hear Coco barking outside. That's who it is. Our neighbor's dog. Yeah. You're all right. You're good. Want to go back to sleep?
She's like, eh.
All right. I'm going to put you back down, okay? You're almost as heavy as a Star Speeder. Cool. Well, I think that does it. Awesome. Well, hey, Toys Are the Way. Thanks so much for coming on here again to the Cantina Social Hour. It's been great to have you back. Lots of fun chatting, and
Heck yeah.
I particularly like our chat about Jurassic World Rebirth. Like that was actually like pretty fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
I feel like I needed that outlet to talk about Jurassic a little
You
bit.
need an asteroid in your world.
Yes, definitely. Cool. Well, where can our audience go to look you up on the internet?
You can find me at Toys of the Way on YouTube, Instagram, and a little bit of Twitter.
Awesome. And we do have links down in the description, so make sure you are following Toys Are the Way. Great content, great photos, and you are on YouTube, so we got that linked down below as well. And you guys, thank you for tuning in with us. We really appreciate you hanging out. Fun as always. I just realized you sent me like an alien emoji earlier, and I was like, did that mean you wanted to talk about aliens? Because I could totally talk about aliens too.
We could talk about aliens. I like to use that emoji. It's very, sci-fi.
It's a good emoji. Like, we don't use the alien emoji enough.
I like to use it a lot.
Okay, well then real quick. Aliens or no aliens?
Aliens.
Aliens. I agree. I have a video of something. I don't know if it's an alien, but I have a video here on my channel of something unusual. So
Ooh. Aliens and ghosts. You got them all.
The ghosts I have more evidence for than the aliens, but yeah.
Do you think they're ghost aliens? Like alien ghosts?
That's one of my theories, is that ghosts are just invisible aliens walking around and screwing with us.
So it's just the predator is everywhere.
Basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that theory. It's a good one.
Yeah, definitely ghosts, definitely aliens, and I've had enough personal experiences to truly believe both of those.
I have not, but I still believe. I watch a lot of X-Files, so I will believe.
Nice. I mean, it's only one of the greatest shows of all time.
Indeed.
And The Twilight Zone. I love The Twilight Zone too.
Yeah, Twilight's great.
Awesome. Cool. And there's our answer. Amazon. Thank you, recognized.
Nice.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, chat. Thanks for everybody who's been hanging out. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. We're not live. We're not actually here anymore. I'm sure we're still doing something toy-oriented or probably. But we appreciate you. And, hit the like if you are so inclined. We'll be back next week. Cantina Social Hour, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific. Happy Labor Day weekend. Thanks to everybody who's been hanging out with us. No matter where you're tuning from out in the galaxy, keep it positive, keep it optimistic. Be well, be safe. May the force be with you. Have a great Labor Day, long weekend. You are late, Jason, but not late enough for us to not say hello to you. So hi, Jason.
You made it.
You made it just in time.
Just for last call.
Yes, absolute last call. All right, you guys, have a great night. Toys Are the Way, hang on for just a second. Everyone else, we will see you next week. Take care.
Take care, everyone.
See you then.
Thank you. Thank you very much.